what's it taking to onboard those government entities to cloud or to data? I would assume data center would be their own. So probably not a question for you, Joe.
Oh, well, you know what? If you don't mind, Simon, just a
Yeah.
slight tweak on that. So there's a couple things on data sovereignty and then also skill sovereignty. So what Simon had mentioned, like when you think of NS2, they really address the needs of what are called the Five Eyes. So they're the English-speaking countries, so the United Kingdom and the United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia are all covered in that service. So that's important to note. However, what we find, even with it depends on the ministry. So even within customer data center option, there are certain times if it's a defense department or an intelligence agency, might not be the right solution, customer data center, even though it's running in your data center, because we're going to have certain nationals that are going to be remote and monitoring it. We might have people from India or Germany or the United States. Now we do things to funnel that. So if you're in Europe, we assure something called EU access. So they're European citizens that access that. In other parts of the world, it depends on the ministry. So I would just throw that out there.
Anything to add there, Simon?
Yeah, look, I think we are consistently seeing government agencies and significant government investment in cloud, full stop, right? And that doesn't just apply to SAP, right? That applies wholly and solely. Government, like everyone else, is looking to take advantage of the cloud. I think what we are seeing from customers is, particularly in the government space, is the education of what SAP is doing under the covers is critical for them to understand whether they are going to meet their cloud security requirements or not, full stop. And so we spend a significant amount more time with the government customers in the roles and responsibilities. We spend a significant amount of time in SAP's security framework. And we spend a large amount of time educating them on what our national security services offering actually is, so they understand what it's going to need in order to tick the box of those pieces. So the cloud economics is critical. That they want to take advantage of subscription software and that outcome as a service that I described. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of regulated industries, the third box and maybe the biggest box is, if security and audit don't say yes, that's the end of the discussion. And to Joe's point, it tends not to matter where the infrastructure sits. It's the principles around how that data is accessed and how that system is accessed. More so than is it in this data center or that data center.
That's right.
Okay.